Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Shogun 2 A Total War. Well, last time, we began the invasion of Honshu, attacking the Amako while their armies were distracted far to the east. Here we go, the poor bastards were, yes, distracted with a war against the Matsuda. So, I'm guessing, yes, plenty of their forces are over here right now, meaning we've just got a free reign to take over this territory. So that means today we're going to be focusing our attention on dismantling the Amako entirely, which means 1. Tracking down their armies using my ninjas and taking those bastards out, but also of course taking and pacifying territory, making sure we can hold it to make some money off it and whatnot. And on top of that, their navy's got to be taken apart too, not just here by the way, but far to the west as well. Because it looks to me like right now, you guys have got a trade node, and, right. That means we could just push you off of that trade node and have it for ourselves. Beautiful. And even better, right. Down south here in Kyushu, it would appear that, yes, these territories are converted to Christianity at a good rate. So, at this point, yes, we might be able to start pulling some of our priests out and sending them where they're actually needed on the front line. And everyone's even willing to pay tax too. Better and better. So okay, that's 2 more missionaries heading to the front line, which is ideal because, yeah, this territory needs to be converted. And on top of that, one thing I did forget, by the way, we've got a trading post that just completed right here by Heisen. Which means I've currently got, yes, a spare trade capacity, so, okay. The logical person to trade with would be the biggest empire, so it's got to be the Takeda. And much like the Hojo, they don't like me, but surely you want to get access to my goods. And they do, but they're not willing to pay for it, but honestly, that's absolutely fine, because, yes, that means we're now going to be trading, hang on, via this route right here. And yeah, that does bring us by a lot of Amako territory. But it would appear that most of their fleet is located down here, suggesting this is where their port facilities are. So, okay. If we're lucky, they can't really do much to this new trade route. And bloody hell, even then, we've got goods we're not successfully selling. Because, yes, we're invading the Amako right now, and they were a pretty major trade partner just a moment ago. And yeah, with so many boats floating around for the Amako, we should definitely get more flipping ships into production. So, yeah, we're already training something here. And here at Busan, what I am doing is, yes, upgrading this territory into a proper harbour so we can start getting out more boats faster. Still, just turning our attention to, yes, our latest acquisition for a moment, Suo. This is an interesting territory because, yeah, it's never going to be an economic centre. The soil here is terrible. However, it does come with some war horses, so we can train good cavalry here. Arguably, yeah, given Higo makes a much better economic centre, potentially, yeah, we should just move our main cavalry production facilities over towards Suo and just use this as a cavalry training facility going forwards. I'll also happily give you, yes, better roads, because if nothing else, that's better unit replenishment, and we're going to be fighting for a while in this bit of the world. So, that's about all we could do in our turn, though, yes, I suspect the moment I hit end turn, yes, the Oda are potentially about to completely cocky collapse. Their one remaining port at the centre of their empire is almost certainly going to be taken by the Hojo. So, yes, I'm afraid my older friends, the Oda, are not going to be around for too much longer. Still, let's see if you guys can pull off some sort of miracle. Not really seeing a miracle, to be honest, no. This doesn't look promising for you. And as for, oh dear. So, that's that trade route gone, in fact. Right, I think possibly they just lost more than one territory during that turn. Because I swear it looks like, yes, some of their northern territory just went blue as well in the map in the top right. So, okay, the Oda are basically defeated. Got it. And as for the Amako, right. They're fighting back against my agents by sending Metsukes to arrest my ninjas. And it looks to me like one of them did just go down. And that is going to hurt my visibility, though. Okay, I just saw some flipping pirates coming in, and yes, I'm aware, my ninja was arrested and executed. It was very sad. But yes, one, I'm pretty sure these pirates just came in and dealt with some of the Amako for me, which is lovely. And two, we've just completed the Heaven and Earth attack. And simultaneously gained significant advances, so... okay, for 8 turns, so we get to learn everything 50% faster. And blimey, things are really not looking good for the Oda. Yeah, they're down to their last territory at this point, so we'll be saying goodbye to them pretty soon. What's interesting though is, it's the Hojo that have taken the territory, not the Takeda, so... yeah, that would suggest the Hojo are probably just going to keep expanding westward, though, I swear, some of this territory over here used to be yours, to the east I mean, so, I think the Date are actually making some pretty good progress attacking the soft underbelly of the Hojo, while their armies are busy dealing with the Oda. So okay, if we're lucky, those guys have got a bit overstretched and are now maybe in a spot of trouble. Which I do want to say, because the Hojo are up to 12 territories, which is quite a lot. And gosh darn it, that Metsuke probably got a bit lucky, because he's only a level 1 Metsuke, so... okay, it's not like he's a specialist at dealing with this sort of trouble. Let's just send in ninja number 2. We need to figure out where, if anywhere, the armies are for this guy. So, right. There's a small army there. It looks to me like they're panicking a bit, though... more cocking Metsukes. Okay, that we need to take care of, although, tragically, yeah, I can't get my priest nearby to take care of that. I don't really want to, yeah, start a Christian rebellion right here. And again, I kind of may as well, just for the sake of... gosh darn it, he's now not in range. Okay, we'll take care of that another time, but yes, it's worth doing just to level him up a bit. The point is, we've got plenty more priests coming in, and priests are very good at dealing with Metsukes by just converting them. So, yeah, we can clear out the Metsukes, then the second wave of ninjas will do much better. Though rather irritatingly, now I'm no longer trading with the Oda are just ransacking this route here, because I'm trading with the Hojo, and the Oda and the Hojo are at war with each other, so... okay, never mind. Hojo, you guys just to finish off for the Oda, because as soon as you're done with that, their ships will disappear, and we can get back to trading with no interruptions. Still, we've got army number 2 coming in, although, yeah, I don't want to send them by sea. In a world where there's flipping boats everywhere, that's a few too many boats. This is nothing major there. You guys have just taken out some of my enemy. Question is, how do I want to divide up my fleets? Well, one, damaged vessels can just go back to port, please, so we can repair them. Lovely. And honestly, I wouldn't object to one more trade ship, just so, yeah, we can have 2 of them floating around. 1 in each small fleet, i.e. 1 to the north and 1 to the south. Okay, I'm going to leave 3 ships here, just to, yes, guard the entrance to my trade network. And then, we just want to slowly mop up these bastards and get rid of them. Now, honestly, auto-resolving could just be a good way to, yeah, make sure they sink. Generally, auto-resolve does a good job of, don't run away, you cowards! Okay, bare minimum, that's got them off the trade route for now. The bigger issue is this fleet here, which could definitely drive these troops off the strait. Though, honestly, guarding the strait at this point doesn't really mean anything, so... you know what? I'm just going to merge you guys into here, because otherwise, yeah, you're just going to get picked apart between turns. And just for the extra money, it's worth, yeah, just training trade ships from over here in Ahaizen, because every turn, for 100 gold, and get another one out right here, and just send it straight to this trade node. And that will pay for itself so many times over. Right, and at the same time, yeah, leave a handful of troops here in Suo, but keep the main army moving along. That's still a decent army, even if it's no longer at full strength. So, yeah, just get them moving towards Aki. Because it looks to me like they've got a decent army here that probably can't make it to Aki this turn. And if they do, they'll just be leaving Nagato wide open. Also, John, always pay attention to the tech tree, because it starts auto-doing something you might not necessarily want it to do. Though on this occasion... okay. the game starts to work on attack by fire. And that's kind of interesting, because, yeah, that gives me a powder maker and my own personal gun troops, so... you know what? That's not a bad pick, game. Now, on top of that, with all the Christian buildings we've got down at this point, yeah, we can actually do the cheat tax really bloody fast. And tax reform is just 5% bonus to tax rate everywhere. I mean, that's pretty good. Meanwhile, calligraphy down here, yeah, that's a big increase in trade income. And also lets me upgrade my school structure over in the economic heartlands up to its next level, the law court. So, okay, that is tempting too. But I really feel like, yeah, we ought to get a basic powder maker out, bare minimum. We'll stay with attack by fire for now, but yeah, we will go back over to civilian at some point pretty soon. Oh, better and better, this harbour's finished, so, yeah, just basically start spamming out basic boat ships, because, honestly, if you've got a European ship with cannons, just surrounding it with basic boat ships to create a bit of space around it, and just continue laying down fire on the other ships while the European ship does most of the work, that is fine. Honestly, yes, a European ship with just 5 or 6 boat platforms, that is fine. And honestly, once again, just to get basic fishing villages up to a harbour. So we could just spam out basic boats, just in case, yeah, these guys have got more fleets around here we don't know about yet. Right, keep time ticking along. If we're lucky, yes, the Hojo will just finish off the flipping Oda any moment now. Come on, guys, I know you want to, though. You know what? They're keeping the shipping lanes clear. That's positive, at least, though... okay, they've not killed them just yet. And okay, the Amako, meanwhile, they're just pulling together troops. So, okay, use my basic troops here that are just guarding the harbour to chase you guys off, and that's absolutely fine. We don't want to pursue them, because, yes, the entire point is you need to guard the harbour. My main fleet, however, which has got the European ship, that can just go over here. These guys have now got no choice but to fight, and looks to me like that might pull in... I swear you guys had already retreated, but fine, just keep retreating, I guess, that's fine. And yes, unfortunately, you guys are in port, so we can't attack you. What we can do, though, is, yes, go and track down the main part of their navy, which has gone up here to intercept the flipping cotton imports. To the west, meanwhile, okay, operation just to send more and more trade ships in this direction, that's working fine. Okay, my ninja is safe for the time being, so yeah, just send him a little bit deeper into this territory. I don't really want to, yes, have you do something that you might fail at, but we do need you to level up, so give it a go, because yeah, if nothing else, there we go, we get a really cool, awesome video McJibble. So there we go. My ninja is trying to sneak inside to sabotage the gates and... okay, I feel like he's completely miserably failed. The problem is now he might die. If we're lucky, he might just escape. Come on, guys, just put down, yep, some nice spiky McJibbles. They fall over. You get out of here, so, okay. He failed to open the door, but he didn't get caught and executed, and he gets some experience just for trying. Because, yeah, we need him to level up so we can make him harder to kill. Right, so we failed in that regard. However, what if we give a go at doing some inciting of rebellion? Because you, sir, are very good at this, and... well, everyone's just failing miserably today, dear flipping dear. Still, the point is, we've now got priests coming in en masse, and that is useful for, yes, converting territory before we even get to it. So, we've got one decent, if somewhat basic army coming in towards Nagato. My main army, meanwhile, okay. Last time we saw Aki, it was looking, oh yeah, completely unguarded. Let's just move in and take care of this place. And bloody hell with this new hugely increased ammo pool. Yeah, the samurai unit went down while we still had tons of ammo remaining, so, okay. That upgrade is going to make it much, much easier to just storm relatively lightly defended cities. Hilariously, we could at this point, yes, bring back the Mori and make them my vassal. we're not going to do that, no. I want to have this territory for me, that's fine. However, we do have one slight issue here, which is we are now renowned for being powerful and amazing. Which sounds good, but actually kind of isn't. So, okay. It's time to talk about how this game works. You see, Total War has always had to deal with a problem, which is, at a certain point in the campaign, when you have a certain amount of land and your economy is sufficiently advanced and you've got a giant pile of armies, how precisely does the game continue to present a challenge to you as you enter the late game? And different games have come up with different solutions. Like, say, the original Rome Total War, it was the system of multiple families in the Roman factions. So, inevitably, there would be a civil war and you'd have to fight the other Romans. In Medieval 2, it was the invading horde factions. And here in Shogun 2, the answer's realm divide. So, you can see the fame meter right there. As you win great victories, take more land, etc., etc., that meter fills up. And at a certain point, when it gets too full, basically, everyone decides you're such a problem that they need to join forces against you. Specifically, the existing ruling shogunate over in Kyoto basically declares that you're a problem and everyone ought to join up to deal with you. And when they do that, the other factions do actually bloody listen. Pretty much everyone in the world will declare war on you and consider you the main problem that needs to be dealt with. And know what you're thinking? John, you've got your friends the Chosokabe nearby. Surely they'll be chill, and probably not, to be honest. Like, it's theoretically possible to maintain, like, one ally or one vassal after realm divide, if you spent the entire game making sure that they're your best friend. Like, you know, you are allies, you've intermarried, etc., etc. Me and the Chosokabe, we're not even close to that level of relationship, so at some point, they will turn on me. And everyone else most definitely will as well, because they already kind of hate me for the whole Christian thing. So, yeah. It's basically only a matter of time until everybody decides I'm the main problem that needs to be dealt with. Bare minimum though, it looks like, yes, no one's going to jump the gun and attack me early. The Hojo in fact don't really care one way or the other, because we're doing a lot of trade with them right now, so for the most part, we're chill enough. Especially given, oh, you are definitely losing territory to the Date, I love it! Now, precisely when this moment happens, is, yes, not set in stone, but generally, you'll find it's like somewhere around 18 provinces. And I think right now, hang on, we're on 10 right now, yeah, 10. So, okay. We can expand down this peninsula, but yeah, once we get to around here-ish, if we take all this territory, theoretically it might be go time. So, in theory, at some point, we might want to slow down our expansion a bit, just to make sure our economy is strong enough to stand up to literally everyone, because, do bear in mind, if you're fighting literally everyone, well then you've got no one to trade with, do you? So, you know, most of your trade income just falls off a cliff, because, yes, we can, like, you know, make some income from unsold resources, but not much at all. So, as a result of that, yes, your trade income's going to drop to basically nothing, which is why it's really important you've got a good, strong tax base to prop up your economy. Oh, and speaking of which, this new territory we've just taken over, okay, this is a fun territory, because Aki here has got a special structure we've not seen before. A holy site. But, it's a Buddhist holy site, so I'm not sure this is going to be much use to me, because it gives a bonus experience to bow warrior monks and Naginata warrior monks. I can't get warrior monks because they're Buddhist troops, so okay, is there any way I can, like, upgrade this structure to maybe make this a little bit better for me? Actually, you know what? Plus a 3 morale for all land units. I mean, the fact this is a Buddhist holy site and we're a Christian faction doesn't specifically say I can't take advantage of that. And on top of that, though it's not quite as good as my economic heartland, this territory has also got, yeah, some pretty bloody good farmland. Fertile, but not very fertile. This is like the second highest level of fertility, I believe, so that's not bad either. And on top of that, you've got a Yari drill yard, la-di-da. So yeah, we could train a Yari samurai here, though honestly, I'm not sure we want to. Yari samurai are weird, because if I want to train, you know, spear-wielding infantry, I'm just gonna train Yari Ashigaru, that's absolutely fine. Oh, and bloody hell, this place had a trade port too. So, okay, that's even more sea routes, potentially. I see more cocking ports over here. Okay, you guys have got a lot of naval training facilities. Got it. Right, just start pumping out ships, so this is fine. And yeah, make sure we're investing in upgrading these structures, because right now they're just a basic forts, and we need the extra building slots to put down churches, etc. Oh, better and better. Right, as the south of Kyushu Christianizers, we can start shipping some troops northwards to join the front line, or bare minimum, get on the coast, where they're potentially more useful against any potential invasion in future. Still, keep on keeping on. Time to see what, yes, the Amako are planning to do next. Oda, if we're lucky, will help just deal with some pirates and whatnot, though, yeah, the Hojo seem... Oh! I think the Oda just took some territory back, actually, I swear something just went yellow up in the top right there, so... okay, well done, guys. Maybe you're not completely 100% dead yet, though, that was two very, very large Takeda armies I just saw on the move. As for the Amako, oh bloody hell, they're just sending, they're cocking... He definitely just took out another cocking ninja, and... You're moving to attack my trader fleet, aren't you? Right, guys, just retreat away. We'll re-establish that later, though... Well, this is bloody irritating. Okay, we can't win that one, that's absolutely fine. Just auto-resolve for that. If we're lucky, some of you might get away, though... Never mind, you're very sunk. Okay, we're gonna go get some revenge on you guys in just a second. I shouldn't have let them out. Okay, that was my mistake right there. Ooh, and here's nice. We've got the opportunity to recruit a new general for 1,000 gold abso-flipping-a-lootly. And on top of that, apparently... Okay, for 8 seasons, we've got Superior Ashigaru. Lovely. Right, send a small detachment north in order to, yes, just chase off these stupid bastards if we can, though, yes, they're just fleeing. And apparently they're much better at fleeing than I am, which is very irritating, so... okay, you just merge into there. You knock out these guys. So, okay, bare minimum, we could just destroy you nice and quick. Honestly, yeah, just auto-resolve at that. That's fine, though. That's a lot of casualties, guys. That's ridiculous. So, okay, you've been taken care of. Move over here. We're now going to, yes, mop up all of your stupid troops. Because, yes, if we can't actually have those resources, then what we'll be doing instead is stealing them as you try and ship them home. And if you're going to cause me trouble on the seas, then I'm afraid I'm going to cause you a trouble on land, because, right, what they've done is they've put a decent-sized army inside this city. But that doesn't mean I need to fight that army. I am very happy to just stay right here and siege them out. That is fine, because, yeah, they can only stay here for so many flipping turns. Simultaneously, yeah, just keep on with inciting revolt. Beautiful. There's a Christian uprising. Better and better. And yes, unfortunately, the other guy is dead, the ninja. We can... oh, blimey. Only 35% chance, though. Well, you just leveled up. Good. And yes, we're also going to try and convert you, but probably... never mind, we failed on that occasion, but that is fine. But you, sir... you're now level 4, meaning, 1, we get a new retainer, so converting provinces, or just a +1 happiness. Yeah, make you good at conversion, that's fine. But more importantly, we can max out the agitator skill. So yes, we're just going to be doing that, because that's hilarious. And then yeah, more priests are coming in too, so we'll be converting this territory, lovely. And yeah, as time goes by, we'll be able to tax this province. For the time being, however, you just need to stay here, though. Hello, sexy. Right, I suspect we've just found your main army. And honestly, my friend, if you want to try it, you are welcome. I am now well settled in right here. And next turn, it's going to be winter. So either you attack me right now, and I get all the defenses on my side, or alternatively, you're going to try and siege me out, and you're going to be taking attrition, so... okay, that's not bad, though. Did someone just get... Oh, bloody dear. You just picked up a negative trait. That's no good at all. You're level 1, so your only trait is you're not very good at your only job. Dear oh flipping dear. Well, that's no good at all. Hilariously, we could now re-establish trade with the Oda, because they've got a port back, so... and if we're lucky, they might even be willing to flipping pay for it. No, they're not. And I suspect the reason they're not is they probably can't afford it, and... I mean, honestly, in that case, I might reserve my trade capacity for someone who can pay for it. Here we go. The Eco-Iki are willing to pay 2 grand for trade, so we're just gonna do that instead. And as for our new general, by the way, sorry, completely forgot about you for a second. Right. He's loyal, but beyond that, there is nothing of interest about this guy whatsoever, so... you know what, buddy? You can have a handful of troops, and then, yes, just mosey northwards, see what you can do in the war that's currently going on. So, okay, big question now. What's gonna happen next? Because the Amako have got, yes, 1 army marching into my territory, which they may or may not choose to attack right now, and 1 army under siege, which they may or may not choose to sally out with. So, okay. Let's see what you guys have got planned next, because either they could decide to just not do much at all, or we could be heading into some very, very big fights right now. Here's something interesting, though. I think the Takeda are taking territory back off the Date that the Date took off the Hojo, which is good, because that means the Hojo are getting weaker, and Takeda are getting stronger, and... will you stop attempting to arrest my troops, please? I don't appreciate it, so... okay, here we go. Option number 1, and... they've decided to come in. Fascinating. And you know what? I will give you. They're bringing some good troops to bear here, but with defender's advantage, I think we're going to be a-okay. So, okay, on this occasion, what we've got is, yes, the long, thin battle map. So, 1 gate over here, 1 on the far side. So, yeah, a couple of very squat walls at the end, and very long walls down this direction. Generally, the AI doesn't want to just attack from one direction. They like splitting up and whatnot, and that's fine by me, because I've got plenty of ranged troops here that I can just spread around too. So, okay. Everybody just hang out in the centre for a second. Until we know where the enemy is, we don't know where we want to deploy. But one thing to bear in mind is, I've got a couple of decent units of light cavalry. Depending on where the enemy generals are, we might want to ride those guys outside, and yeah, just attempt to assassinate their general. So okay, start the fight, let's have a look-see, and blimey. When I said spread out, it turns out I wasn't kidding, so... well, there's the general, looking somewhat isolated, but yeah, that doesn't mean he's actually alone, because there are some trees there, so... right. Let's figure out what's where, because... oh, look at this. 3 units of Katana Samurai chilling out all by themselves with no ranged cover at all. That's just a basic bow unit over here, so I need to, yeah, make sure my units are positioned correctly. So where the samurai are, that's where I want to be putting in my guns to shoot down on them. The bow samurai, though, yeah, probably I want to use my own bow units to just exchange fire with them. That's all absolutely fine. That's 1 unit of bow samurai and some Yari samurai, so guns wouldn't hurt there either. But Yari samurai I'm not too scared about, really. They're not the more dangerous kind, so... okay. I think I see what we want to do here. Deploy all gun units to, yes, these walls over here, just to shoot down these bastards. With 1 unsupported unit of Bow Ashigaru over here, and yeah, then melee troops and general. Operation, yes, send out the cavalry to have some fun. That we'll be doing over on this side. We've got some basic bow units here, so yeah, we definitely need to give you something to guard this corner. So yeah, just some of the samurai bows in that direction. Let's put some samurai bows over here as well, please. And we've got our own bow units. That was Yari Samurai. You know what? I'll just put some basic bows to deal with you for now. That'll be fine. So, okay, I think that's all my range units, though. John, do not forget the Portuguese troops. The Portuguese troops can do marvellous things, so put them right there as well, because they are ranged units, technically. And if any units do manage to get up on the walls, what we want to do really is, yes, just have a giant spear wall ready for them. So what we do really is, yeah, honestly, no, actually not there, like right about here. That would be A-OK. Unit number 2, you just go right about here. Once you're there, we'll put you into, yeah, proper spear formation. Unit number 3, just to spread yourselves out like here-ish. That's absolutely fine. Unit number 4, hang on, was that unit number... That was unit number 3. You just go here-ish as well. You float around wherever you are needed. And yes, the Katana Samurai stay in the center together with the General. We'll just respond to wherever you need to be. And yeah, the actual flipping Katana Retainers, you do the same thing. I think that's everybody, right? Everyone's been given orders. Yes, everyone's been given orders. Brilliant. So, okay, step 1, cavalry just moves into position. So you are all out of the gate. Beautiful. Okay, guys, just charge down the hill and annihilate these bow units. Because, yeah, there's not going to be much they could do to you. So let's just get down over here. Enjoy this. You'll go to attempt to fire. Good luck with that. You will take out summer horses. That's true. And then you're going to be immediately flipping flattened. So, okay. You guys are now in a fair whack of trouble. Most of you are dead, etc., etc. Shaken. Good, 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 good. You guys are going to attempt to assist your friends. That's absolutely fine. Honestly, we should probably just get you moving over here. Because, yeah, what they're trying to do now is reinforce and to back up their troops. So I can use my cavalry just to basically keep these guys busy and stop them from actually attacking the walls for the time being. So, yeah. Just to move around here, keep on keeping on. That's Katana Samurai who are going to try and get over to me, but they're not going to succeed. Because, yeah, I'm just much faster than them. They're going to attempt to fire at me. I've got tree cover for the time being. My cavalry just go to mosey in this direction with the ultimate goal of jumping the general. Meanwhile, I've got my own troops into position here. Honestly, you guys should be over there. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, if we can, let's try and hit their cavalry. But for now, a large amount of their army is just keeping itself occupied, chasing my cavalry about, which is good. That means, like, you know, a decent proportion of these guys are not doing anything for the time being. Then we've got, yeah, bow units coming in here. Honestly, I wouldn't mind, yeah, having a 1 unit of cavalry to deal with you guys. I should have maybe sent 1 the other way, just to charge up the rear of you. Then we've gone to these guys coming in. Bow Samurai and Bow Samurai. Yari Shigaru round the back here. But you guys are now being fired upon. Just going to enjoy that for a second. That's great. So you guys are going to take some casualties in a hurry. Beautiful. But even if they get up the walls, we just then fall back a little bit. And yeah, fall behind the spear wall. The spear wall will do the job just fine. So everybody just form up. That is A-OK. You guys are in a good position right now. And yeah, anyone that attempts to climb this wall, we just attack them with our own samurai units. So that looks like, yeah, there's going to be some units coming in. That's Yari Samurai as well. So yeah, send the 2nd unit of Katana Samurai over in this direction. The Portuguese could definitely fight by themselves. And you're Yari Ashigaru. Sorry, you're not who I was planning to send. So yes, Katana 1 over here. Katana 2 over to here, please. That's fine. And yeah, these units are now just busy running around doing nothing of note. They're just basically preoccupied. And because there's no archers over here, there's not much they could do in terms of, yeah, shooting me at a distance. Like, this entire bit of the army is now on a wild goose chase doing nothing of value. So what we do is just to keep these guys running around. The general is also chasing these guys too. Honestly, that is fine. Like, you guys want to do that? You guys do that. Right now, large numbers of your troops just aren't really cocking and doing anything. So yeah, that's a light cavalry. Then all we do is, yeah, try and move on to the high ground if we can. And then if we could just, yeah, get a charge on your light cavalry. Actually, your light cavalry versus mine. That could be a bit more difficult. But yeah, if I've got the high ground, that would be good. And woods are going to slow you down a little bit. So, yeah, there we go. They're just slowing down as they pass through the woods. How are we doing elsewhere, by the way? Because, yeah, you guys are now climbing. You've taken a few losses. Probably, yes, at this point, the Bow Ashigaru should fall back. That's absolutely fine. You guys, Yari Ashigaru, yeah, you just basically form up here in your spear wall formation. That's fine. Katana Samurai, move forward, deal with these guys. Meanwhile, over here, right, my archers are taking apart some of these archers. That's good. You guys are being shot. You guys are being shot as well. Good, 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 good. Portuguese are doing a great job, actually. They're not taking any casualties so far. You've taken a counterfire. Absolutely, but that's fine. We were kind of expecting that. You guys, meanwhile, are basically, for the time being, are not doing much at all. Because, yes, the katana are taking their bloody time. The problem is, given, yeah, this cavalry is now chasing down my cavalry. That's taken my cavalry out of the game too. But okay, all we need to do really is, yeah, just to keep on keeping on. We're going to have the high ground in just a second, so pull out of the forest, please. Pull out of the forest, that's lovely. You are tired, though, which is an issue. Okay. Turn around, attack these guys, please. Let's just see what we could do. But light cavalry versus light cavalry, yeah, this is now going to be a difficult fight for us, potentially, because they've simply got more cavalry. So, okay. This plan has worked in so far as, yes, it's kept a lot of their troops busy, and it's staggered a lot of them as well. So you guys are now being, oh yeah, look at that. Their samurai are just being shot to ribbons over here. Bullets versus armor. Good, 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 good. So okay, what else do we have floating around in this bit of the world? One Yari Ashigaru, just moving in. You guys may now fall back. The Portuguese are just continuing to fire on everyone. Bow Ashigaru falls back. Deploy my own samurai over to here. And he's fine. Yari Ashigaru is nothing to be worried about, to be honest. I've got my general here as well. So, okay. We're taking casualties, but honestly, I think we are okay for now. You guys go into spear wall, and then start pushing forward. Alright, just to get over there and push into them. Bow Ashigaru, you guys fall back, do what you can. You guys just know, push forward a bit. If they break through, they've got to get through another cocking spear wall to do anything. Meanwhile, you are, right, you're firing on the Katana Samurai, though. You guys are already broken, hilarious. And we've got more units trying to get around the side here. They're being shot too, beautiful. You guys are now just poking into these guys. Bow Samurai can just lay down the fire on them. You have not done so well, my friend, but okay. How's the cavalry doing, by the way? Oh, I think the cavalry's gone. The cavalry fight was lost, unfortunately. But, bare minimum, yeah. It's distracted a lot of them, and also one unit of Katana Samurai who are now exhausted and miles out of the way. Over here, I feel like, yeah, we're going to be in good shape. Deploy my general to this fight, because I think these guys are probably about ready to break. So we can inspire the flipping, hang on, where are my actual samurai? Katana Samurai, you guys are inspired, well done. You guys just lay down the fire over here. You guys just move into position and keep going. Because it looks to me like they're not looking so hot. Meanwhile, over on this side, right, Katana Samurai, that is, right, those are my retainers. They're doing a good job versus the Yari. That is fine. What else is actually here? That's just some Bow Samurai. You just lay down some fire over here as well. The Portuguese are, right, the Portuguese are fighting and taking some big losses. That is fine. We'll just, in fact, you know what? Pull you guys back. You're not being well utilized at the minute. Now, they do have a Yari Ashigaru that's doing well against my Yari Ashigaru. We've got Bow Samurai over here who can lay down some fire. So you guys aren't doing so well, but we're also just taking out the Katana Samurai. Honestly, you guys reposition over to here. I'd say we've pretty much got their number. Like, this is going to be a bit of a difficult fight. Into a spear wall, please. But yeah, I think with this pocket over here pretty much being compressed and broken, yeah, we've basically got their number at this point. So you just lay down a fire over here. You lay down a fire on these guys. You get over here. They are broken at this point. Good. So just set that up too. You guys are firing, yes, from the walls to within the fort, which is delightful. There's more katana. No, hang on. Those are bow ashigaru, and they're not happy about life. So, okay, guys. You move over here, please, because their general might be about to expose himself like a cocky idiot. You, meanwhile, yes, the retainers, you get over here. Now, where are the Portuguese? Oh, the Portuguese are in trouble. I'm sorry, guys. I thought you were going to be doing better than that all by yourself. So, okay, the Portuguese might be in a spot of difficulty. You get over here and just take out the bow samurai. Yeah, that's why it is. It's because they're samurai. So, yes, despite being bows, they can still fight hand-to-hand. But, yes, my retainers should do a good job versus them. That is fine. Now, Spear Wall will deal with, yeah, these bow guys. That's not a problem at all. You guys are going to be able to open a fire on this general momentarily. Honestly, you guys even are firing at anything right now. You're firing at something. Right, there are some bow ashigaru you're taking out. You guys in a moment will be able to open a fire on... Oh dear. The general's cocking dismounted and is attempting to storm the city on foot. Because yes, in this game, all cavalry can dismount. It's just generally not a good idea. So, okay. You guys are now just going to, yes, take out the light cavalry while it's on a foot. Meanwhile, my cavalry is not on foot, so I can just send you guys in. Honestly, yeah, send in my own general just to charge at these guys. That is fine. We can just take out their general right here while he's trying to climb the walls. That would be beautiful. So just to do that, that is a-okay. Just, you know, spook him a bit. How's this fight going, by the way? We've got... Excuse me? Why is nobody dealing with the cocking bow samurai that is just chilling out right here inside the settlement? Please, somebody go and deal with them. There we go. Samurai come in and just put some pressure on both sides of you. So you're in a bit of trouble there. And then, yeah, send some of you over here to deal with the incoming general unit. We've got more guns here just to shuffle you guys along so you can take out, yeah, these katana samurai. That is fine. So, okay. I think we've got this, but guys, don't fire on our own troops, please. No firing on our own troops. You guys just turn... What's left over here? Okay, some wounded katana samurai. But yeah, you guys just get over here too. We've got more guns coming in. You guys just get into position. You've taken some serious damage there, by the way. But at this point, right, there is not much left on this side, aside from just the very tired katana samurai. So those we can just shoot and pepper with fire. There's also, yes, cavalry here with, like, no people attached. So... I assume the general's dead. I don't remember being told the general's dead, but I think the general's dead. At this point, though, yeah, these guys are now shattering before they even get to the walls, which is beautiful. The cavalry have decided they don't want to be here anymore, like the actual horses themselves are abandoning the field. Beautiful. And yeah, there's one more unit here you've already broken as well. And these guys have, right, decided to naff off. So, okay. Is there anyone we need to, like, run down to make sure they don't come back? Yeah, these katana samurai. Let's just send my general after them to make sure they don't come back. So, blimey. That was a bit of a bloodbath because they had a lot more samurai than me. But despite, yes, most definitely having the superior army, in the end, we have won. But okay, I think that's all we could probably keep track of, though. Okay, there's also a unit, yes, of katana samurai who sort of ended up over here. How did you guys end up over here precisely? Blimey, we have lost a lot. An awful lot. Including, gosh darn it, the Portuguese troops. That's really sad because they're really good and I just didn't even notice they were actually, you know, engaged in combat. So, okay. Luckily, the katana samurai are a-okay. It's mainly just a cavalry and ashigaru, which we can replace without too much difficulty. Meanwhile, in Nagato, right, they decided not to come outside. So, you guys are now there. You are badly wounded. As for this army, blimey. That army I will give you is, yes, a bit on the wounded side, yes. Now, luckily, we have got, yes, more cavalry we could train right here at Suo. So the cavalry we could get right back. And highly conveniently, any Ashigaru we train right now are going to be superior. So the ones we train at this exact moment in time, they're going to be better than the ones we just lost. So in a way, this was good. And what we also need to do is, yes, get rid of this Metsuke that's causing trouble. So there we flippy go. That guy has now given up and won't be causing trouble for us anymore. And this smaller missionary who is not so good at his job yet. Right. You just keep an eye over here, because there is now a decent-sized Christian army floating around in this bit of the world. Right next to a flipping gold mine. So, yeah, let's just say we want to be going to get that, absolutely. You could get good money out of a gold mine, would you believe? And better, our second European ship is ready to go. So, just pop that in, yes, a small fleet with a couple of bow platforms. Then we've got, yeah, that's an actual army. That, meanwhile, is a small secondary fleet we could attack. Yeah, it would appear that, for the most part, they've abandoned this territory up here in terms of defending it. They've just left their trade ships up there. So, you get over here. We need to get these guys off of the trade platform. And, oh, guys, thank you for agreeing to this fight. I appreciate it. So, the initial fleet that showed up here, which was just a one medium boon that we can knock out incredibly quickly, and we just bring my own ship around here, reform up my troops while you guys just, yes, continue running away. And now, because you guys are reinforcements, you've had to run in from the edge of the map, and highly conveniently, yes, there's an island right here. And as a result, you've ended up in single file. So I can just sort of stay right here and slowly snake away from you, giving you a full cocking broadside every step of the way. So just bring her around. Here come some more flipping cannons and... oh, guys. Guys, you've made a mistake on this occasion. I love the flipping European ships. Oh, yeah. Oh, flipping, yeah. I'm not surprised you're wavering. You're a small wooden platform with some archers on it. You see, at this point, my goal isn't even to win. My goal is to capture as many ships as possible by just, yes, using my giant ship as a bait, and then trying to, yes, capture all the others by just forcing them into a rout with cannons, then boarding them and triggering a surrender. So, oh yeah. Oh, flippin' yeah, this'll do. Okay, I think everyone's now running. I've just sent my light ships to board anyone who was fleeing, so as a result, they immediately surrender, and I think we've definitely got at least 3 ships, possibly 4, actually. Okay, I'll admit I'm suddenly confused, which is... okay, what? What do you mean we didn't capture or destroy any ships? That... game, are you feeling okay? Because that definitely was not a thing that just happened. That's nonsense. Hang on a flipping minute here. I feel like the game just bugged out on account of, yes, that being like reinforcements or something. Because for some reason, though I won, no one seems to have, like, you know, surrendered or anything when they blatantly did. Okay, well, that was weird. But anyway, we do have, yeah, reinforcements coming in from the south of Kyushu, which is a positive because we bloody need them. And with that Metsuke taker down, get some new ninjas on the field as well. Okay, this time though, small cider fleet could, yes, get over to your flipping... oh yeah, you better flipping run, you stupid losers. You chased me off this treasure node. And I'm not happy about that, so, oh guys. By any chance, are those my trade ships that you stole off me a minute ago? Because if so, yeah, I'll just be having those back, actually. We've literally just been able to capture all of my treasure fleet, well, part of it, back again. So, right, those belong to me now. Brilliant. And with that, trade has been re-established. Spot on. Oh, and I'll tell you what I should be doing. Well, we've got that, yes, a bonus to Ashigaru training McGibble. down here in Satsuma, even if I don't want, yes, like, you know, a proper katana samurai right now, I could train Yari Ashigaru with bonus experience and bonus armor. That's pretty good, you know. And speaking of which, okay, I can't actually get my armor up to a high level, because on this occasion, I don't have the right resource. I need iron. Now, I'm pretty sure we are going towards iron right now. Hang on, I swear there's iron. There we go. That's iron, I think. So, okay, we are going in the direction to get that as time goes by. Still, for the time being, the invasion has stalled a bit. Because, yeah, plain and simple, we're about to take attrition by Nagato, and I need a bit of time to rebuild my army at Aki. Still, keep on keeping on, and let's get time moving on to spring, and see what happens next, precisely. So, okay, Oda's still floating around, not dead yet, though they've definitely lost their port once again. Oh, they are on their last legs. And as for the Amako, bloody hell, it's more cocky Metsukes. Bare minimum, though, right, their armies are currently busy trying to take care of the Christian uprising that I created, so that's positive, and really starting to dislike the Amako. Me and them are gonna have words. So, okay, 3 boat platforms versus, yeah, me with 1 boat platform, but 1 heavier boat. If I could just, yes, board one of their ships, we should be okay. Problem is, if we get fired upon too much. Okay, we'll see how this one goes. This could be tricky. Still, may as well be, yes, as far from them as possible. Make them waste their stamina rowing over to me, etc., etc. Especially given they're going against the wind. And I tell you what, there's a small island here. Let's just use that to stop them surrounding me with their boat platforms. So, all we want to do is, yes, send you to immediately board the ship. Do it fast, and do it with, yes, ideally a war cry when you get a bit closer, just to scare them a bit. The problem is, because they are faster than me, if they just kite me, like all day every day, it's going to be very difficult for me to actually get on top of them. Because, yeah, they're just skirmishing away right now, which is going to be a problem. Still, activate the war cry, see if we could just scare them a bit, but, yeah. The problem is, these are light ships, and they can just keep running away from me, so, yeah, my heavy ship just can't get on top of them. The only possibility is, yeah, we kind of get you stuck against the edge of the map, but even then, we're under constant fire, so this is not looking promising. Still, you're an idiot who's got stuck on the edge of the map there, so we can kind of force you to surrender, which is nice, but even then, yeah. You've still got 2 more ships we need to deal with. So, yeah, just get my other bow unit round here. You're stuck on these ships right now, so... Okay, that fight, we're going to win. There we go. We've won that first fight. Lovely. So, guys, next up I need you to... No, you're not technically done yet. Sorry, I thought you were done. But yes, they've surrendered, but not surrendered, like, enough, apparently. And now you're under too much fire, so you're freaking out a bit. So... Okay, please stop boarding. There we go. So, okay, we've captured 1 of their ships. I need you to fall back for a second. If we can just capture the other ships, like, you know, board them, we can win this. But now we're kind of stuck against the same island this guy got stuck on, so... Bloody hell, ships. They are a bit awkward in this game, I'll give you. Nope, my ship is just stuck between the island and the other boat, meaning... He can't... There we go. He's almost out. He's almost... No, he got stuck. We basically lost that fight because my boat got stuck between 2 bits of geometry. Ship battles. They're not the best bit of Shogun 2, no. And this is highly unfortunate because that means they could just, yes, blockade my port. And that's going to really knacker my economy and... Well, that's just quite frankly not fair because those ships aren't even supposed to exist, game. Okay, just... try and retreat. If they go and capture them, we can just, like, you know, go into flipping and get them back later, but... Okay. Well, quite frankly, game, I'm not happy with you right now. Oh, and fascinatingly, despite the fact they didn't last time, on this occasion, the Amako have decided they do want to come out and take me on. And yeah, the army's nowhere near as impressive as the one we took on previously. but neither's mine, and mine's pretty basic too. But I do have a significant numerical advantage, so given this is a defensive fight in the open plain, yeah, if we just box up behind the spear wall and fire on them with my huge number of archers, there's not going to be much they can do. Oh, and spot on, there's a hill right behind me, which I could just box up on, so there's a good position for my gunners to be in. So yeah, this could be a very similar fight to the very first one we fought in the game. All we're going to do is hide as many of our troops in the forest as we can. They will walk towards us, and because they can't see our troops, that means they can't fire upon them. And as a result, they'll walk straight into gun range. And there we go. If we just position everyone perfectly, then they won't see anyone at all, apart from the general. And as a result, I'm going to turn off fire at will, because I don't want my archers to fire until the enemy is already inside gun range. So just to bring my general right to the rear, that is going to be perfect. So, right. They need to walk over to me. They're going to be very tired by the time they get here, and you know what? While they're walking over, I should mention this, which is, this game you're seeing right now is overwhelmingly a default vanilla unmodded Shogun 2 experience, with 2 exceptions. One, in this game, the font is absolutely cocking and tiny, so I've used a mod to slightly increase the font size. You can't increase it that much because it breaks the UI, but I've increased it a tiny bit. And 2 is fixing a bug that exists in the base game, which is due to a miscategorization of units in a data table. Yes, infantry in this game don't suffer the penalties they're supposed to suffer in terms of, like, you know, movement speed and whatnot from fatigue. So I've installed a mod that fixes that so fatigue works as intended. So yes, I'll link to both of those in the description down below. So okay, as you would expect, we have got various bow troops up first, which is fine. And yeah, what we want to do is not open a fire on those bow units until those bow units are already in range of my guns, because then they'll be closer to me than they want to be. So actually, you know what, is that a good idea? Honestly, I think probably we're fine not, because they'll have to move forward to get into range of my guys anyway, because my guys are going to be uphill, so that gives a slight advantage to me. Will probably be fine, and yeah, right now they're just sort of charging forward like a bunch of idiots, so you know what, we'll just wait for everybody to run into bow range, and then we'll activate a fire at will, so they're not all hitting the same target. And there we go, everyone's already a bit on the exhausted side, so everyone inside range, yes they are. Right, everybody open a fire please. Oh yeah, oh flippin' yeah, this would be a good moment to, yes, use fire arrows. We haven't actually researched those just yet. So right, next up, my gunners are just shooting at the samurai retainers, so they have been shredded, and that was easily the strongest unit they had. So these guys are now not happy. Their infantry are going to try and do something, and yes, they've got some light cavalry. What's it gonna do? What can it do, quite frankly? I'm actually protecting my flanks pretty effectively right now. So, yeah, we're just shooting over the heads of these guys. They're walking straight into spear points, etc., etc. My archers are going to shoot their archers. So, yeah, they're in a bit of trouble right there. You cannot get past my spear wall. Absolutely you cannot. So, okay. They're going to try and flank me. You've disappeared into the forest. That's fine. But yeah, if you try and get around the side of me, honestly, break the wall and just hang on. Reform the wall, there we go. Now they're going into the wall. Right, they're just going to melt. That's fine. We could just, yeah, take out their general. We can just shoot him. That would be good, actually. Their units are falling apart. You are not dealing with anything on this flank, so as a result, you can just break the wall and charge forward, deal with the bows. Yeah, my gunners are doing a good job there. You guys are now just fleeing. Shoot these guys too. Shoot these guys. Start running them down. They will be shaken and break momentarily. I assume the cavalry, yep, the cavalry is off. So as a result, with all flanking taken care of, you can also run down the hill and just take out these guys. They are now shaken, and my general could get involved, but there is a possibility he could get shot in the back of the head by gunpowder troops. So it's safer to just not actually, yes. Still, what we really want to do is, yeah, just to make sure we take out all of the samurai troops, in particular, the Yari samurai, because that is by far the nastiest stuff they've got here. So let's just take out all of you. Beautiful. Would be nice to have some light cavalry. Definitely should get some light cavalry in this army. And there we go. There's the other unit of Yari samurai. So my general can just ride them down too. And yeah, now we should be able to just walk into the city with no problem whatsoever. Where are these samurai retainers, by the way? Did they just get completely wiped out already? Hopefully they did. Oh, and if we can, yes, make sure we take out the bow units, because if we can take them out, my own archers can just walk up to the city and annihilate whatever's left. Oh yeah, that'll flippin' do. 200 odd survivors. Spot on. So, right. They've got more cockier ships appearing. This is getting very annoying at sea. But bare minimum, yeah. We can at least keep up with them on land. Very easily, in fact. Oh, and it finally happened. The Oda are gone for good this time. Bare minimum, though, right. No, you guys just took a little bit of attrition. Oh, dear. It turns out their general is still alive, but with a precious few troops remaining. You know what? That I'm happy to auto-resolve, because honestly, that arch unit would do way more damage than a 0. Like, there's no way you could get in and do that fight with 0 casualties. But the auto-resolve can, so that's fine. So okay, just to move in, because we do not want the ouchie to come back. That is a-okay. And finally, good sir, you have leveled up a bit. +1 melee attack for sword infantry, and +1 charge bonus for cavalry. The sword infantry's probably just a bit better, but neither are spectacular to be honest. And yes, just give him non-stop strategist so he can move his armies around a bit more effectively. Better and better, Nagato is also potentially a very valuable province with a good flipping farmland. So, okay, Aki and Nagato together, that could be a good new economic heartland for us. More importantly though, need some revenge against this army right here, so... okay, you better flipping run. Okay, they're not willing to engage just yet. But at this point, okay, they've been pushed so far out to sea, they're suffering from attrition. So, okay, they either stay where they are and die, or they come back in this direction, and I blow them up with cannons. Your choice, guys. Still, I would say, having made a good start in our war against the Amako, how about we wrap things up there? But next time... right. The Amako are not quite done yet. It would appear they've got a very large amount of samurai here. In part because, yes, I'm playing the game on very hard, so they get some bonuses to their economy, and as a result, can afford a lot of samurai despite having a fairly small empire. So I'd say the lesson is clear. We need to start training our own samurai, or alternatively, more gunpowder to deal with them. Though speaking of gunpowder... okay, let's just say in a couple of turns, yes, we've got the opportunity to train some very, very interesting new units indeed. And not just the ones that are currently on screen. Oh no, the Powder Maker opens up all sorts of sexy opportunities. So yes indeed, coming up soon we've got more fights on land, a brand new technology, and of course, some revenge on the high seas as well. So hopefully you join me for that. But in the meantime... I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerds, and this has been the delightful Shogun 2 Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
This guy's enjoying that. This guy's enjoying his elephant a bit too much.
Oh my god.
In fair Verona, we set our scene. Oh my god, Becky, look at her butt. It is so big. They've managed to glitch inside one of the buildings. Elephants in the rear! And then in come the chariots!